Must
Okay.
like you like watching TV. You
Yours ready? Here.
Get some popcorn
yeah,
out.
right.
It doesn't bother you after a while.
Okay, ready?
Running.
Good evening. How many people here are sick of their car being covered in salt in this brutal winter we just had?
Me.
All right, got
Me
you.
too.
All right. Did you know that winter is the people wash their car most in the winter more than any other season, more than summer and spring combined.
I didn't know that.
Good job. Tonight I will provide you the opportunity to keep your vehicle's paint looking like it did the day you bought it, and also keep that paint looking brand new all year round. I will also talk about the advantages of using my method and also the disadvantages of using other methods. So let me start with telling you about the proper way to wash your car. There are three parts. There are three parts. First, you want to wash it, then you're going to dry it, and then you're going to wax it. So let's start with washing. First thing you want to do, people think when they wash a vehicle is take a bucket, you get a rag, and get some soap, and you just scrub your vehicle. That's wrong. What you want to do is, well, when people do that, they're just taking the dirt and recycling it all over their vehicle. It may cause scratches and damage the paint. So what you want to do is you want to get 2 buckets. It's called a 2-bucket method. What you want to do is take a bucket, fill it up with soap. I prefer to use Chemical Guys, High Gloss, great product. And then put that in a bucket, fill it up with soap and water, and then I take a second bucket with plain water and put a grit guard at the bottom. The grit guard is going to catch all the dirt from your vehicle so that you don't scratch your vehicle up. So after you do that, so the first step is you want to take your hose and spray down your vehicle, get all that easy dirt off. Then you're going to take your sponge and soap up your car. You always want to start from the roof and work your way down to the bottom. Reason being is most of your dirt is on the bottom from the roads. So it makes sense, start from the bottom, least amount of dirt, all the way down to the bottom. Alright. Now after you do that, after your car is completely soaked up, you want to wash it down with the hose, and you want to get it dry, completely dry. Reason being is, if you leave your car wet, you're going to create water spots. I'm sorry, and water spots on a vehicle that you just spent all day washing is not good. So that leads me into our second step: dry your vehicle. And I prefer to use a microfiber towel. They're durable, it's a great rag, and they're great for washing vehicles. And you can just throw it in the washer and dryer and use it again. So, what you want to do is, just like how you wash the car, you want to start at the top and dry the vehicle all the way down to the bottom. And you want to make sure it's completely dry. Reason being is, when you do the next step, which is waxing, you need the car to be dry to create that bond, and the wax won't stick to a wet surface. So, leads me into my third method. So it leads me into my next method: waxing your vehicle. This is important. It's an important step, probably the most important step of the whole process. You want to take your vehicle and park it in a shaded area. Reason being is, when wax gets put on your vehicle, the sun can actually bake it into the vehicle, which is going to be very difficult to get off and can damage your paint. So you want to wax your vehicle, you want to start at the top in a vertical motion, all the way to the bottom, and let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes. I prefer to use the Chemical Guy butter wax. Like I said just before with the wash, it's a great product. You want to put a little bit on applicator, you don't need much, and you want to put a thin coat right onto it, vertical motion. Let it sit for about 15-20 minutes. After you do that, you want to buff it off with a microfiber towel. And once you're buffering it off, the paint should be smooth, and that's what you want, because that's how you know the wax is actually bonded to the paint. Now, if you follow this method, in closing, it will actually, your paint will not fade, you have a great paint job, and your car will last, your paint will look like $1 million all year round. And you want to do this about 3 to 4 times a year. So with that, I want to thank you for your time. Do you have any questions?
How long does it take to do the entire process?
I mean, you can take your time with it, probably about 3 to 4 hours.
Wow.
But you're saving your paint, and, you know, and
Right.
take care of your vehicle, so it look like the day you drove it off the lot. Any other questions?
No, thank you. That was very informative.
Did you
What?
have a picture of us so she knows that we were here? Okay.
How do I turn this off? Wait up. I gotta turn this off. I don't know how to turn this off. Wait up.